Daily Message, May 11th, 2024. Correct and sound doctrine is crucial to salvation and growth in spiritual maturity. It comes as no surprise that God warns us many times in Scripture to be aware of false teaching. As Christians, we need to be able to recognize false teachers in order that we may recognize and know when they are attempting to lead us down a path that God did not intend. Jesus warned his disciples of that very thing, as recorded in Matthew 7, verses 15 through 16. Beware of the false prophets, who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Take, for example, the teachings of theologian Marcion of Sinope around 144 A.D. He was a dualist and insisted that there were two gods. The Hebrew God of the Old Testament was a wrathful demiurge, inferior to the all-forgiving New Testament God represented by Jesus of Nazareth, a spiritual being who only appeared to have a physical body. Thus, Marcion held that Christianity was distinct from Judaism. In fact, it was diametrically opposed. This belief led him to accept only 10 of Paul's letters and the Gospel of Luke as Scripture, rejecting the Old Testament and the rest of the New Testament. Though Marcionism per se died out in the 5th century, Christians can still be practical Marcionites by picking and choosing portions of the Bible they accept. Many churches hardly ever preach from the Old Testament, and some even imply that the love of Jesus saves us from the vengeful God of the Old Testament. In fact, it is not that way at all. Augustine put it this way: the new is the old contained, the old is by the new explained. The Old Testament and New Testament are not directly opposed. They are complementary parts that make up a coherent whole. So let us take Jesus' words to heart and beware of false teaching. With love to all, Pastor Cheryl.